right, 24 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Every year around this time, we start to get calls from people asking us if we could have a guest to talk about the Medicare enrollment, because there are always questions about this. The Medicare annual open enrollment period begins October 15th and it ends December 7th. That's important to know, that it ends. It's not forever. Rabbitt, I believe she's been with us before. It's hard to forget that name. She holds a doctorate in pharmacy and is the vice president of Medicare Solutions, and she's going to answer those questions that we've been getting, Robin, and hopefully we'll remember the answers so that when somebody else calls, we'll be able to give them good information. Rebecca, good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I love your name, by the way. Where are you? Where are you calling from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
How's the weather out there?
It is nice, and we are thinking about all of you in Florida.
Yeah, we got one name in it. It just wants to come here. It wants to come to Florida because of Disney World. That's what I think. Irma says, I'm going to go get some mouse ears. I'm heading that way.
There you go.
Well, that's a good reason to go to Florida.
Yeah, Medicare, the open enrollment thing, because we're a radio station, people call us quite often for different information, and that's one of them. And it's usually about now that we start to get those calls. And the question is always, what do I need to know? Well, not always. Once in a while, it's when does it start? That's an easy one. When it starts, we usually have that on our desks. But what do they need to know? What kind of information is necessary?
I think a good place to start is the roadmapformedicare.com. It's a website that can help seniors and even their children or caregivers figure out, how do I start this process? Because most seniors will have a choice of 20 to 30 different plans from their area,
right,
and that is frankly overwhelming.
Yeah, and that's the part I think they don't know how to know. And they're always asking for somebody else to have the answer for them. And a radio guy is probably the last guy to call. But a doctor, would a doctor be a good choice, like your own doctor, to help you wade through the different choices?
They can certainly have a good opinion and answer some general questions. I generally suggest that seniors get their information from more than one source, because there will be there's a lot to be able to process. So they need to understand what the premium means. They need to understand what the copays and coinsurance mean, which is the money you spend at the pharmacy when you actually fill a prescription. And they need to understand what pharmacies are in their network. So their doctor may be able to help them think through those questions, but they probably won't have the right answers for them.
And there are different parts to Medicare, and that's got to be confusing, too.
There is. Part A is really your hospitalization. Part B, as in boy, covers outpatient doctor visits. And Part C is a Medicare Advantage plan that combines A and B together in a unified benefit. And then Part D is in drug, came about in 2006 and 7, and really offers coverage for drugs, which really didn't exist before 2007.
And do we have to have all of these parts?
You do. And it's really important that if you're turning 65 and you don't have coverage elsewhere, that you really evaluate a Medicare plan. Because if you wait and you don't enroll, when you enroll later, you will have a late enrollment penalty, and that penalty will be 1% for every month that you are late.
So
wow.
Can you be age 64 and start the process, or do you have to start it when you actually turn 65?
No, that's a great question. I think it's always good to start the research early. Generally, we find that seniors start 3 to 6 months before they turn 65. I think that's a good time to start, but you can never be too early. And that research should start for this enrollment period. We recommend that they start now, because there may be lots of questions that you need to get answered, and you may not find, it may take you a while to find somebody who can answer those questions for you.
So if you don't turn 65 till January, can you still sign up during this enrollment period? Or do you have to wait till next year?
No, you can sign up the 3 months before you turn 65, the month you turn 65, and the 3 months after.
Oh.
And if you're not working, that's when it becomes important. If you're working and you're 65, and you have coverage from your employer, then you're okay. It's when you leave that employer or you retire from that employer, then you need to look at Medicare coverage. And you may be over the age of 65, but you've had coverage up until that period, and so that's okay. And that when you retire is when you then start enrolling in Medicare.
So does Medicare satisfy the Affordable Health Care Act mandate?
If you are Medicare eligible, yes. Medicare...
I don't know if I'm even understanding this, but you don't need two, right? You don't need to get health care and Medicare, or do you?
Oh, no. Medicare satisfies the need to have health insurance.
Okay, I think that's what I wanted to know. And if you already have health insurance, do you need Medicare, or I'm just confused as to how that works. Do you drop your normal health insurance at that point?
If you have normal health insurance and it's considered equal to or better than Medicare, and they have to provide you a letter that states that, then you can keep that coverage and you don't need Medicare. But if you don't have coverage that says good as Medicare, then you need to enroll in Medicare.
Oh, okay.
And you're talking
in order to avoid the penalty.
And you're talking about helping seniors protect themselves from Medicare fraud also.
Yes. So seniors should watch for a new Medicare card that will be coming in April of 2018. And what's significant about this new card is that they're changing the identification, which used to be your Social Security number or maybe your spouse's Social Security number, and that really wasn't a good idea. So Medicare is using a new Medicare beneficiary identifier that will be on these cards. It should be protected just like you would protect your Social Security number, but it will be different from... It will no longer use your Social Security number.
Rebecca, I want to tell you something. I've done radio for a very long time, and so years ago, when the computer and the internet were still kind of new, I can remember having a conversation like this, having a website to send people to, and having a lot of people calling and say, hey, you gave us information. I don't even have a computer, and my son has one, but I don't know how to use it. And I actually made the offer, and people were coming in. I made the offer, I'll do it for you if you come into the station.
Yeah.
And now it seems like everybody has a computer, knows how to use a computer, so you don't get that anymore. But my question is, just for those few who might still be computer illiterate, can somebody else who's not a family member sign you up, as long as you're there to answer all the questions?
Yes, you can. You can have a caregiver assist you during that enrollment process.
I just went to the website roadmapformedicare.com, and it has looks like a tutorial, kind of a video, the 4 rules of the road. Is that the website we would go to get the process started and to maybe figure out a way to decide which parts of Medicare we want?
Yes, you can get a good overview there. You can also sign up for a monthly newsletter that will give you tips and things to think about as you make your decision around a Medicare plan. You'll also notice there's a toll-free number there that seniors or their caregivers can call, and that number is 866-544-3794. And you can call there and get some very specific questions answered.
All right, good information. We have recorded this conversation, so we'll put it up as a podcast. For the listeners, if you want to share it with anybody, you'll find it on the WOCA Facebook page by 2 o'clock today. Rebecca Rabbitt, thank you for being on the air with us today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We will be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sun with a shower or heavier thunderstorm around, mainly in the afternoon. The high 85 at the coast, 92 inland. For Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a shower around the coastal areas this evening. Low 72 to 76. For Thursday, intervals of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm popping up in the morning. A couple of heavier thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Here is your 30-second news brief. The Marion County Commission declared a state of local emergency yesterday in anticipation of Hurricane Irma. Residents are encouraged to prepare for the storm. Sign up for emergency notifications by phone, email, and text at alertmarion.com. If you plan to evacuate, use real-time traffic apps on your smartphone, such as Florida 511. And there are several sandbag locations open today. Call us at WOCA for their locations. And that is your news brief from your emergency alert station, WOCA, the source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest stay special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. Do you have a gout-ridden toe or bowels that move too slow, creaky knees, or how about an asthmatic wheeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566. That's 352-615-5566.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Stick to your normal sleep schedule if you can, even while on vacation. That way, when you do return to work, you'll feel more restored and productive than somebody who's returning from vacation super stressed and tired. People living 50 meters from a major road were 7% more likely to develop dementia than people who live further away. Having a jam-packed weekend feels precisely 6 hours longer than one spent on the sofa.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Langley Health Services, located at 7205 Southeast Merricamp Road in Ocala, is a federally qualified health center offering family practice, pediatrics, podiatry, dental, behavioral health, and radiology services. Most